The first 100 pounds changed my body. The last 50 pounds are changing my life. And today, a new chapter begins. Stay tuned. I'm officially over 100 pounds down, which still blows my mind every time I say it out loud. I just came home a couple weeks ago from my child's wedding, and for the first time in decades, I feel confident being photographed. I wasn't hiding, I was present. And now, I am entering the final stretch of my weight loss journey, the last 50 pounds. The beginning of weight loss is dramatic. Big drops, big changes, but now the progress is quieter. My body is working with me, not in panic mode. It's slower, but it's more meaningful because this isn't survival anymore. This is transformation. Right now, I'm not trying to shrink. I'm trying to strengthen. I want to be able to travel, hike, pick up grandbabies, dance at family weddings without pain, without fear. I'm building a life I don't want a vacation from. More muscle, better mobility, better sleep, more adventure. The scale used to be the only thing that I cared about, but now it can't tell me any of the things that matter most. How much more energy I have, that I can cross my legs comfortably. I can. That I didn't hide from the camera at the wedding. The scale doesn't measure joy, and I'm choosing joy. So we're going into season 3. This is my 3rd year. So season 3 is about finishing what I started, but doing it with love. This is where I become the woman I've been fighting to become. Not skinny, strong. Not smaller, confident. Not perfect, present. If you're in your final stretch too, I'd love to know, what's one thing you're focusing on this chapter? Strength, self-trust, mobility? Drop it below so we can support each other. So I thought I am starting, this coming year is going to be slightly different. There are a few things that I am planning on doing. I am going to be changing from weekly weigh-in updates to monthly weigh-ins, and I'm not going to be as focused on the scale. I've been focused on the scale for almost 2 years now, and I'm not saying I won't be weighing in. I just won't be announcing it here. I will be doing it once a month. I'll do measurements. I'll do what I lost for the month and things like that, but I won't be doing it on a weekly basis because I think I need to do it for my own mental health. I mean, I've improved my physical health, so that's awesome. You know, like I said, my blood pressure, my blood sugar, a bunch of my numbers. I am in a position now where if I stopped right here, even at 220 pounds, I've already prolonged my life. I've already improved what I can do. I've got non-scale victories, like, you know, so many of them that I've told you guys over the last year. So this next season, I have 50 pounds to lose, but my focus is not going to be necessarily on those pounds. It's going to be on non-scale victories. I watched a few videos this week. I have some favorite creators in this space, Cheryl's son, Dr. Bobby, Alonda, and a couple others. And there's been a real focus on not making this about the numbers. And that is really tough for me as someone who works with data all day, every day. And so I look at data and I spit out spreadsheets from, you know, and I track everything and I get on the scale every week to see. So I will still be standing on the scale once a week for myself, because I do have a little bit of a concern that I'm going to go the other direction. but I'll be doing that for me. But once a month, I will be doing like a loss update, because the loss is going to be slower, and I'm okay with that. I am doing things like I talked about before. I've been doing the yard laps every darn day now. It isn't even a question. I don't even. It could be ice cold for me because I'm in Arizona, and we've been in the 50s to 60s in the morning, so it's pretty cold. But I go out there anyway, and I do the yard laps. So that's becoming good, becoming better, and I'm going to still be doing the same diet, taking my shot every week as usual, but I'm going to be a little less focused on presenting my numbers to the outside world, except once a month. And I do need to work on my rigidity. We've talked about that before. I mean, the rigidity helped me to lose 100 pounds, and it got me to this point, but my worry is my rigidity is going to affect my lifestyle, my quality of life, because I am so concerned about everything that I eat, and I track everything, and I won't touch anything unless I'm sure that it's within, it's high protein, whatever. So I'm working on that this next year. So I'm going to be updating once a month for the weight loss aspect of it, because I still have 50 pounds to go. So I'm not going to just stop paying any attention to it. I'm just not going to do it as frequently. And I'm also going to be doing more videos about day to day and more lifestyle videos. I'll still be doing grocery hauls. I'll still be doing when I do get new clothes, when I've lost some weight and I get clothes, I will be doing hauls, and I will be doing my weekly video, but it'll be whatever the topic is that I get from ChatGPT, and any updates as far as non-scale victories and things like that. But I don't think anybody's really been all that concerned about what my weight is on a week-to-week basis. But at the same time, I have put the pressure on myself to get on here every week and tell you whether I've gained or lost that week. And I am at the point now in year 3 where the weight that I'm losing is not dramatic at all. It was dramatic in the beginning, which is the way it's supposed to be, but now it's just point 0.2, excuse me, up 0.4, down 0.5, so it's back and forth, and it is doing a number. It is doing a number on me. So I'm still going to get on. So I watch that I'm not going right back up, which I don't anticipate. I did, like I mentioned last week, I did increase calories 2 days a week. I don't know how that's going to, I did go up a little bit this week on weight, but that was because I only weigh myself like on Saturday morning. So I'm not going to worry about that. It's the holidays. I'm enjoying myself. So I'm not going to freak out about, see, that's the thing. I put on 1.6 this week. I shouldn't even be worried about that. I've taken off 100 pounds. I can move around. This week was super productive for me. I mentioned this last week as well, is I'm in the middle of moving. That's my water coffee thing. I am in the middle of moving rooms. I'm moving an office, and I'll pop up a picture here so you can just see what I did this last week. And I moved the printer that was out here. It's in the printer room right now. This weekend, I have all kinds of stuff that I'm going to do in the 2 rooms to try and get them settled and organized for me for the future, for coming up. I've got 2 weeks off at the end of December. Then I'm going to do a lot of decluttering and trying to get my house up to par. I have a lot of stuff I don't need in the house. So I'm going to be doing a lot of that. And so I'll be doing videos of that as well. So you can see what I'm doing in terms of, because I'm preparing for retiring. It's not, they haven't said anything at work yet that that's going to be the case, but as I get closer and closer to 62, I work in a tech company that's mostly young people, 30 and under, maybe a few 40-year-olds, but not very many. And I'm going to be 62. So I'm anticipating this next year might be my last year working at this company. So I'm preparing for that in particular. But on top of all that, I am also trying to figure out what I'm going to do for the next 10 years. I mean, I've got an empty nest. I've had an empty nest for quite a while now. I don't have grandbabies. I own my house. I enjoy all kinds of hobbies. You guys have seen some of them. So, yeah, I am definitely in the process of figuring out what I'm going to do for the next 10 years. Weight loss wise, like I said, this next year is going to just be, I need to focus on the overall. I need to focus on strength. I need to focus on not necessarily being a smaller size, although that would be nice. I would like to be. I mean, some people want to get down to small or medium. For me, I'd be okay with a large, or even an XL. I'm okay. But yeah, I just want to get down to 175 just so I can say, because overall my health is, excuse me, I take a quick drink. Overall, I feel personally, everybody's different. My health is 10 times better than it was before, and I've said that as well. I just went through a whole thing explaining to you guys about this Weight Watchers thing that I found and did not hit record because I rock. Woohoo! All right, anyway, so I wanted to show you really quickly something that I found. I'm going to have to explain it to you a second time because I'm silly. I was going through stuff. I'm decluttering. I'm emptying boxes. I'm sorting through stuff, my mom's and mine, etc. And I found this. Let me just put this back together and make sure I'm actually recording because I feel silly now. I found this little binder. Okay. So in July of 2019, I was trying to lose weight so that I could get on a plane to go visit my kids. I mean, I could get on the plane, but it was always so uncomfortable. And I thought if I lost weight before I got on the plane, I wouldn't have to ask for an extension and it would be much more comfortable and I wouldn't be like, invading the next person's space. I understand that the airlines have reduced the size of the seats, but I wanted to be able to sit in the seat normally, and not feel like I was encroaching on other people. So I went and did Weight Watchers again. I've done Weight Watchers multiple times. I've lost 50 pounds on Weight Watchers multiple times. I know a lot of us have done that, but I actually created a binder. And I don't know how many other people did that, probably other people did that had the little cards in it and like the weekly topic and then the recipes. And I did it for weeks and weeks and weeks. I went with a friend of mine that was in the chorus and we would go together on a Monday night and we would go to the thing and we would get our card and I made one for her too, so we were able to, keep track. I'll have to go through all these and see if any of these are things that I can make now. But I found this and was like, oh. And so it had a little card in it. One of the little things that we used to fill out. And I don't know if they still do that now because I don't go, I don't do Weight Watchers and I don't go to meetings or anything. But look at the starting weight in 2019. 313. That isn't the highest I was, but just shows you somebody else took that and wrote that down. So that was on a Weight Watchers scale. And I think, I think that might have been when I had a doctor tell me not to eat all the pumpkin pie because I wouldn't take their weight loss drug. I forget what the weight loss drug was, but they were trying to get me on it, and they were 300 and something pounds, and they told me, I said no thank you, because I had lost a friend to fen-phen. I'd lost a friend of mine had a heart attack, and so I did not want to take any kind of, back then, I didn't want to take any kind of medication, and I said no, thank you. And I walked out of the office, and he said, and I think I might have mentioned this before. He said, "Don't eat all the pumpkin pie. Leave some pumpkin pie for your family." And I was like, "What?" So we've had this conversation before, but I mean, I think this might have been that year. And anyway, really interesting to see. This was July 16th, 2019. I got down to 285 from 313. So Weight Watchers works, but the thing that I ran into was that I would lose 50 pounds over and over, because you guys know how regimented I am and everything. So I would lose 50 pounds, but I put it back on, lost it, put it back on. We've all been through that, so that's nothing new. But I just thought it was interesting to see in the actual booklet that I got down. I lost 28.6 from July 2019 to October 28th, 2019. So it's that August, September, October. I lost 28 pounds. And I was averaging, I wasn't averaging a whole lot each week. I had weeks like what's happening on my Manjaro journey, where I would lose a whole bunch. Like one week I lost -5. And then the week before that it was -2.6. So just interesting, just a proof of the journey that I was on. And I ran into it when I'm decluttering myself, and I'm decluttering my house and my office and my room and my garage, and just getting rid of stuff. What is this success planner here? Did I actually fill this one out? Or is this just the booklet? Let me just look really quick and see. Yeah, there's nothing. Oh, what's this say? My membership number and my starting weight. Okay, so this was the same. Okay, 114. Why does it say 1720? Wow. Okay. So yeah, I got to 285 back in 2019. And I also found more cards that need to go in there. So I'm just wondering if, like, this says stuffed pasta shells, but I don't see the macros on here. So I'm not sure if you look at that. I don't know if I can like look it up. Maybe it's on the Weight Watchers site. But so I can try some different things. As you guys know, I don't really cook and I'm not very inventive, but it might be something I could try. Okay. All right. So I thought that was interesting. Really interesting. And I'm going to keep it. As I was trying to decide whether I was going to keep it or not, I'm going to go ahead and keep it. So thank you so much for watching. I did do a quick decorating my tree. I haven't decided if I'm going to add that or do it separately or what, but I hope you guys had a great week. Please make sure you hit like on the way out. And if you're new here, I am a almost 62-year-old woman. I raised 6 kids who are now 28 to 40. I work full-time for a tech company. And I started on my health journey in November of 2023. I started on 5 milligrams in February of 2024, and I've been on 5 milligrams since then. And I've lost 100 pounds on Manjaro. And I am staying on the 5 milligrams. On its work, that's changed a lot. It's changed a lot. So if you're interested in following the 3rd year, season 3, what I'm doing for the last 50 pounds, please subscribe and please hit like if you enjoyed this video. That gives me an idea whether or not this is the type of video I should do, or should I do something different. And make sure to let me know down here if you are in the last If you had a lot to lose and you're in the last 50 pounds or so, let me know in the comments, or let us all know so that we can support you. All right. Love you. Bye-bye.